Hello, my name is Victor Wilhelmi. I'm the director of the Buchinger Wilhelmi Clinic in Marbella, Spain. And today I will be talking to you about my 5 tips for a good and successful fasting day. So when we think about the typical fasting journey, I would say my number one tip would be a little bit the change of mindset. In our daily lives, we have a lot of pleasures. We see our friends, we eat, all these things. And during fasting, you have other pleasures because obviously you're not eating. So the first thing to do is to kind of have that switch of mind so that you're not longing for the pleasures that you have in your everyday life. And those of us who have fasted before and have this kind of confidence that first of all, we're going to feel great, we're not going to die, we're still going to be fine. We have this confidence and we can make this click very fast. For example, a lot of people that are in the clinic, the first 2, 3 days, you still have hunger signals, your body can send you some, and people think that it will be like this the whole time. And for example, when I fast, from the day or the minute of the day I wake up, I already have no more hunger feelings because I know exactly what's laying ahead of me, and I already make this mental switch. So my first suggestion would be to find this mental switch and just to know that for the period of time that you choose for your fast, you will not have these pleasures, and to focus on other pleasures, for example, reading a good book, enjoying nature, and just the sheer pleasure of having time for yourself. The second tip I would like to give you is to structure your day. So, for example, in a typical fasting day, I will get up in the morning, um, more or less with the sun, depending on which fasting day it is. And then have a unit of movement. This can be a walk on the beach, but in the mountain, depending on where you live. But just to get your day started outside is just a wonderful. Then maybe you have a unit of relaxation, can be meditation, can be yoga, these kind of things. And then do whatever your body kind of asks you to do. And then you have your soup, your lunch. Then you have maybe, depending, you can make a nice liver pack, you can have an enema. So you really structure your day nicely and structure it beforehand so that you know what awaits you. And also, it's okay that the days are repetitive because also that relaxes you when you know what you're waiting for. And then you can also be happy. For example, when I have my soup, I already look forward to my nice liver pack. When I wake up, I look forward to my walk, and the structure really helps you to get into a certain flow and to also kind of put aside the pleasures of your usual day, no? Just to switch these. The third thing is really move. A lot of people falsely think that even people who are very clever scientists who work with us, they think when they work with us that you will not be able to move during fasting because you will be weak. And we have many clients here that have the exact opposite experience. They move more here than they have at home. They are more fit. Obviously, there's a certain limit which you should not go over, but really move because it increases your well-being, it increases your connection with nature, and it just makes you really feel good. Sometimes you can also do it in a group, and then you have a little bit of community also. So really get out there, move. It's a very important part of your fasting routine. The fourth thing is really listen to your own body. So we have some people that come here in the clinic and they say, oh, I have such a bad conscience because I slept the whole day and I couldn't take part of the program or I didn't meet other people. And that's exactly fine. So you should, if you feel like sleeping the whole day, then that's exactly what you should do. If you feel like not going for a walk, then don't go for a walk. Fasting is about finding again your natural rhythms, and if your body sends you signals, you should be attuned to them and you should follow them. So don't be really rigid. I just said before, you should have a structure, but in case you have an overpowering feeling, you can gladly forget the structure and just really listen to your own body. And the fifth thing is, I would also put a dimension of relaxation. Here we call it inspiration. It's our great-grandfather always used to say there's a natural thing that happens when you fast. Naturally, you have thoughts, not because of the time also, because of maybe the disconnection with your work, with your natural rhythms. So naturally you have some headspace where people come. We had so many people here who came and they just wanted to lose some weight. And in the end they said, you know, I entered a process of grief because maybe somebody close to me died not long ago, or I quit my job, or I had some kind of epiphany. And for us, this is more important than losing weight, this kind of aspect. But you can only have those insights if you make room for them. And you have classical techniques that help for that, for example, meditation and yoga. But in the end, it's also to carve out time to make spaces in your day where you really are by yourself. It can be also outside in nature, but really, really to use this time also for this introspection moment. So if you do all these things, I think you will have some recommendations are maybe more on the body side, you know, to get into the rhythm, to get into the structure, attune yourself with your body, and leave spaces of contemplation, because you will make, or you will maybe have insights that will outlast those few days that you're actually fasting. So yeah. There's many more, but those 5 I think are especially important. Thank you very much for watching this video. We always hope that our know-how that we have gathered in the last well, many years is useful to you. We've seen so many people go through this process, and you can really get a lot of insights out of it. And if you liked it, we have many more videos on our YouTube channel. You can also drop us a like. That helps us so that others like you that are curious maybe find us. And thank you very much for watching.